Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to my LinkedIn newsletter and those on YouTube as well, and hopefully on the podcast as well. So, we deal with the second type of intelligence now, which is existential intelligence. This intelligence type asks the question when everybody asks, how is this done or how is that done? These kids and these young adults will ask the question, why? And why modern education systems are not equipped to handle it? Well, there's a type of intelligence that doesn't neatly fit into classrooms, exam sheets, or traditional metrics. This intelligence are big picture thinkers, existential intelligence. The meaning seekers, the one who want to ask, why do I have to do what I have to do? Children ask this very commonly, isn't it? The ones who sense the invisible threads that connect people, ideas, cultures, and values. So important in the world today, which has become so small across cultures, race, religions, and so on. Crossing the boundaries, sort of an integrative thinking, I would say. We are taught a lot of differentiation, a lot of analysis. We are not taught as a mainstream within the educational field synthesis and integrative thinking. How does the small picture fit into the larger system of humanity? This intelligence is primarily useful in that direction. This is existential intelligence, and if we want a future filled with wise leaders rather than somebody who tweets in the middle of the night, okay, or just skilled labor workers, which was just industrial era, we need to get into examining this type of intelligence, building a curriculum in schools around it. So what is existential intelligence? This intelligence is built upon collective consciousness, so necessary in the world today. I tell you, we are approaching a world where this will become mainstream. Seeing how individual events connect to a bigger picture. We are having children born always who want to know the larger context of things. It's starting with Gen Z, but it will progressively get bigger. The collective values, sensing the truth, goodness, beauty, and shared human purpose or shared human life. Summative iteration, collapsing complex details into a coherent whole. This is what these kids will bring to the table. Intuitive iteration, responding instinctively to intangible, symbolic, spiritual, artistic, or philosophical dimensions of life. We need to fit our children square pegs into square holes or round pegs into round holes, which we are not doing right now. We are making just laborers who work for some corporation or some government, essentially speaking. We need to build around what is a human being. Those gifted with this intelligence look for meaning in everything they study. They connect ideas across subjects, experience life through themes, values, and deeper purpose. They see relationships, not fragments. Like I said, it's a more integrative kind of thinking. They feel connected to humanity, community, culture, ancestry, and a global sort of identity. Very liberalistic, truly liberalistic. Not the fake liberalism we have going on right now. Gravitate towards social, ethical, and humanitarian causes. These are the thinkers who ask, what does it mean for humanity? How does this fit into the whole? Or why does this matter at all? This intelligence is there among the children now, and it is growing as days and weeks and months go by. So how to identify this existential intelligence in children? I leave this whole transcript in the LinkedIn newsletter for all on YouTube. Children with existential intelligence ask the questions, deep questions. Usually, why do people exist? What happens after life? They show strong curiosity for cultural traditions, rituals, stories, and human behavior. They're curious about these kinds of things. Okay? They seek meaning rather than instruction. But why are we doing this? What's the end goal here? They're trying to integrate whatever is being taught. They build strong bonds with family, teachers, and community. They enjoy learning about different cultures, customs, and global stories. They display empathy for animals, nature, and people they've never met. They prefer peace, connection, and understanding over competition. Guess how much that is needed in the world these days? These children are not overthinkers, they are meaning oriented learners. How it shows up in young adults. As they mature, this intelligence transforms into a drive for synthesizing ideas into bigger insights. Like I said, the larger context, integrative synthesis, deep interest in philosophy, psychology, global issues, culture, and ethics. They have a passion for justice, fairness, equality, and well being. They have an ability to connect concepts across disciplines, systems thinking, integrative thinking, belongingness to communities, ideologies, values, or global identity, a desire to contribute, uplift, or reform society. These young adults often become the natural humanitarians, reformers, philosophers, counselors, researchers, global citizens, and powerful storytellers of the collective truth. Now, I ask you the question, where do we have a place where we can meaningfully engage these kind of humans in our modern human society? Humanitarians, no place for them. Reformers, no place for them. Philosophers, forget it. We are still going back to Socrates. Where are the modern philosophers? Counselors, yes, there is that. Researchers, yes. Global citizens, we don't have a place for this. If you keep on having a mindset of a trader like Mercury, all you'll be interested in is making money, how much bank balance you have. Such a low consciousness there. Anyway, back to this. They are not idealists, they are architects of moral culture. What should education systems do now to foster this? Build it in curriculum, for example, practical evidence rooted upgrades. Begin with the topic why. Give the students an overview before the details, meaning give them the overview and then synthesize the analysis part of it. Number two, integrate multiple perspectives. Teach history, science, literature, ethics as interconnected ecosystems, even the earth, okay, and all systems of the earth, the flora and fauna and geology. Connect subjects to global themes, sustainability, justice, culture, innovation, and human behavior values. Use cross disciplinary projects. Let them blend philosophy with science, ethics with economics, art with politics. Include arts as a core curriculum, not a decoration. Guess what that is? Art is how existential thinkers process the intangible. Number six, encourage reflection and journaling. They grow through introspection and synthesis. These are synthesizing brains. They will put small things in a larger context. Number eight, invite resource people, humanitarians, psychologists, researchers, teachers, parents, social workers, voices that widen the worldview. Promote conversation around community impact. How does this topic matter to your town, culture, or your planet? Number 10. Teach summarization as a skill. Help them distill complexity into insight. They excel at this when guided well. This is how we build philosophically mature, socially rooted, and ethically strong generations. Existential intelligence is what holds society together. It gives us empathy, depth, integrity, meaning, a sense of belonging. This is why during the Renaissance everywhere, just speaking of a little bit of how philosophers of ancient times, let it be even as late as Socrates, how they made a very, very big impact on the society at that time. Because they were thinkers, they were encouraged, they were paid. They didn't have to hunt for food and bread and butter simply because they were not of a mainstream profession. There was nothing mainstream. They were exploring all kinds of ideas. They were exploring the vast landscape of human intelligence. We need to get there, and we need to get there fast. I'll see you in the next.